After her bath, Rosie will now continue her march through the jungle. Rosie knows every nook and cranny of this forest. And this is because elephants are very intelligent creatures. They are able to figure out how to work things, and they also have very incredible memories. The famous saying, "An elephant never forgets," pretty much speaks the truth. In fact, let us see this in action. These two elephants are Thelma and Louise, and they were very good friends to Rosie when Rosie was a calf. Rosie remembers them instantly, and she is very happy to see them after such a long time. And Thelma and Louise are the same way, for they too remember Rosie from when they were calves. And luckily for us, they will still remain good friends. It looks like Rosie intends to spend the rest of her day with her two friends, and I must say, that seems like a very good way to spend your day, Rosie. Well done. Elephants are very social creatures, often forming large family herds and looking after one another. These herds are usually led by the oldest female, known as the matriarch. But as for their individual behavior, elephants are an animal that's very easy to get along with. You see, elephants are very gentle creatures by nature, and they, honestly, are the true definitions of the famous term, gentle giants. They're also very peaceful and laid back by nature. If I could sum up the nature of elephants, it would be like this. They're like the dude if he had a long nose and weighed 8,000 pounds.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Though, to be perfectly honest, they can sometimes be pretty aggressive. If they ever feel threatened or angry, they have been known to get rather violent. In fact, the other day, Rosie got pretty angry when someone disturbed her while she was napping.
Oh no! There's a giant Pokemon blocking the road. I'd better play the Poke Flute. Go, Bulbasaur! Bulbasaur, use Vine Whip!
But luckily for the most part, elephants are pretty amiable and very easy to get along with.
Monkey!
If you're wondering what Rosie is doing at the moment, she is tearing down some old trees to make a new path in the forest. This way it will be much easier for her and her friends to travel around. And, to be quite honest, the forest would collapse if she didn't do this. Not only that, but it would collapse in other areas too if Rosie wasn't present. You see, elephants are considered a keystone species, which means that the forest couldn't survive without their presence. You see, elephants are responsible for tearing down the old trees in the forest so that new trees can grow in their place. And they also are responsible for making paths in the forest to make travel easier. Not only that, but elephants are also responsible for finding underground water holes, and they're also responsible for seed dispersal and nutrition. Please don't ask how that works, it's rather gross. If there are no elephants in the forest, then the forest economy would crash. In other words, if Rosie, Thelma, and Louise decided to go to Hawaii for vacation, then this would probably happen. Okay, that won't actually happen to the forest, but the point still stands. The forest would not survive. But luckily for us all, Rosie and her friends are quite content with where they live, and thus we won't see them leave any time soon. Now that Rosie has cleared the path, she can now take Thelma and Louise back to her favorite clearing. There they can relax, socialize, eat, and stay safe. Even though they don't have anything to fear in their sanctuary, they still like to follow their instinct of safety. You see, many years ago, elephants used to be hunted for their ivory tusks, which could be turned into piano keys and jewelry. And not only that, but their habitats were also being destroyed, taking away their homes, their food, and even their hiding spots. So yeah, elephants had a lot of troubles back in the past, which is why they still like to look for safety. Thankfully, in the year 1989, a worldwide ban on ivory was created, and elephants are now protected from being hunted for their ivory. Not only that, but there was also a logging ban passed in certain parts of Asia, which helped save many elephant habitats. Yet despite this, elephants are still somewhat endangered, and they need our help in certain parts of the world. But luckily for our friend Rosie, she is in a very safe place where no danger can come to her. Well, Rosie, you certainly had a very productive day. It was very nice spending the day with you, and here's hoping that you have many more productive days. As for you, viewers, I hope you had fun today with Rosie, and I hope you all learned something new about elephants. Thank you very much for watching, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
I can almost hear the stillness as it yields to the sound of your heart beating. Bum, bum.